This is a another video. It's a Wednesday night. I think it's today is I can't remember what the day is. My calendar says today is the 23rd of December. It is 9:14 at night. I'm sitting in my study and I am reading Nabokov in America on the Road to Lolita by Robert Rupert. Been reading this evening, and I got out my Nabokov books. I have this book by the Nabokov in Wilson Letters from 1940 to 1971, edited by Simon Karskowski. Edmund Wilson was a very famous American literary critic. He wrote novels and essays, and he was married to the writer Mary McCarthy. I have a lot of Edmund Wilson's books in my library, but they met in 1940 when Nabokov came to America before the Second World War. I have Pale Fire by Nabokov. I have his book The Defense by Nabokov. I have the Portable Nabokov. I have The Gift by him, Nabokov. Queen and Queen Knave by Nabokov. A biography of his wife, Vera, by Mrs. Vladimir Nabokov by Stacy Striff. I have his book Ada. It's a picture of him on the back by him. His book, his autobiography, Speak Memory. I have 2 copies of his novel Mary. I have his novel Ben Sinister. Invitation to a Beheading by Nabokov. Invitation to a Beheading. Speak Memory, another copy. I have 4 copies of Lolita. And this one of Lolita. I have this book Glory by Nabokov. 2 biographies by Andrew Field, Nabokov, his life in art, and Andrew Field's His Life in Part. These are biographies. And I have this massive biography by Brian Boyd, The American Years. This is the 2nd volume, and his Russian years. Nabokov was born in Russia of aristocracy. He fled Russia during the Communist Revolution. He eventually came to America in 1940, and so that's what I have. As far as my Nabokov, like I said, I've been reading this evening. Start reading this, so that's what I'm reading tonight. Not much else going on. So I have been reading other books, which I don't have with me. I've been still reading The Monkey's Uncle. I mentioned that one. And I've been reading that one pretty steady by Jenny Diskey. The Monkey's Uncle, almost done with that. Like I said, I've been thinking about reading, after I finish The Monkey's Uncle, Ada by Nabokov. But I wanted a break, so that's why I started reading something biographical. I read novels for a while, and I read essays and short stories, but I like reading biographies too, to break the cycle. And like I said, I'm still reading these books too, Theology as Discipleship, and still reading Theology and the Mirror of Scripture, a Mirror Imagetical Account by Van Hooser and Trier. Still reading those. Still reading Reformation readings of Paul. And still reading the commentaries on the Psalms. Still reading that. So I read those in the morning. Usually I start reading other books in the afternoons and in the late afternoons and evening. So that's what I've been reading. I also been reading, what else? I'm still reading City on Fire by Hallberg, and I'm still reading Iris Murdoch, The Good Apprentice. Still reading those. But today I just needed a break from those, and still I got out this to read that. As far as in my diary, tomorrow I'll be on page 1018. 1018. Tomorrow is the 24th. I don't personally celebrate Christmas. Every day I celebrate the birth of Christ and live in the light of His ascension and exaltation as reigning as the King of Glory. So that's what's going on in here. Not much else to report. I got a book coming in the mail tomorrow. I bought from Amazon the journals of the poet John Wiener. He was a poet, American poet. So I'll get those in the morning and tomorrow in the mail. So I'll share those in the future. So that's about it here. Not much else to report. So next time, may the Lord bless.